judgment which, again, he forces down the throats of the wicked. This is the cup that we deserve to drink down. But God demonstrates his love for us. This is why the only begotten Son of God had to die on the cross. Mankind was doomed. Jesus says, it is finished, paid in full. Teleo is the Greek word there. And now due to archaeology, Dead Sea Scrolls and stuff, you know what they found? They found documentation from around the 1st century of property that was sold from one person to another. Guess what it said on that? Teleleos. Paid in full. When the property was paid off, the person got the document, it was finished. Paid in full. That's what Christ said on the cross. Paid in full. Justification, it's kind of a hodgepodge, so bear with me. I'm just going over a couple things. Justification. We are justified now through this. This is a legal term which signifies the establishment of a person as just by acquittal from guilt. Are you guys with me? Justification is a legal term that signifies the establishing of a person as just by acquittal from guilt. We have been acquitted from our guilt and our sin. Again, Christ paid it on the cross. Reconciliation. That we have now been reconciled to God through Christ and have been given the ministry of reconciliation. 2 Corinthians 5:16 through 21. We'll just skim through this real fast and we'll move on. Therefore, from now on, recognize no one according to the flesh. Even though we have known Christ according to the flesh, yet now we know him in this way no longer. Therefore, if anyone is in Christ, he is a new creature. The old things passed away. Behold, new things have come. Now all these things are from God, who reconciled us to himself through Christ, and gave us the ministry of reconciliation. Now that you have been reconciled to God, now that you have communion with God, now that you have a relationship with a holy and a righteous God through Jesus Christ, guess what? Tell someone. That's what he's saying. This is the ministry of reconciliation. Tell people that, guess what? God made a way through his Son, Jesus Christ. This is the ministry of reconciliation. Sharing the gospel. That's all it is. Namely, that God was in Christ, reconciling the world to himself, not counting their trespasses against them. Oh, sounds kind of like justification. Our guilt, our trespasses. And he was committed to us, he has committed to us the word of reconciliation. Therefore, we are ambassadors for Christ. As though God were making an appeal through us, we beg you on behalf of Christ, be reconciled to God. He made him who knew no sin to be sin on our behalf, so that we might become the righteousness of God in him. Wow. I could have spent 45 minutes on this. We're going to leave it at that. I like what this guy says, though. The renewed man, he acts upon new principles, by new rules, with new ends, and in new company. The believer is created anew. His heart is not merely set right, a new heart is given him.